Poverty. Money is not everything. Presented by Jia, Devin, and Nicholas. So, how do we define poverty? We believe that poverty is the state of a person being deprived of opportunities and necessities considered fundamental for human life and dignity. According to Amartya Sen, a professor of economics and philosophy, opportunities or capabilities are the beings and doings a human can achieve. Martha Nussbaum, a professor of philosophy, elaborates on 10 central capabilities: sense, imagination, and thought, control over one's environment, practical reasoning, life, bodily health, bodily integrity, emotions, other species, affiliation, and play. Someone in poverty is lacking at least one of the 10 central capabilities. That does not mean that everyone needs to be each other's best friends, but they need a sufficient number of friends to achieve human dignity and well being. In addition to the real opportunities one has, the current state of a person and what that individual has accomplished are essential factors to consider. The way to measure this is through the Multidimensional Poverty Index. The MPI takes health, education, and living standards into account. Some scholars may argue that a combination between MPI and capabilities may be complicated. The capability approach has no defined methodology. Therefore, it is reasonable to assume that our measuring technique has too many factors. However, poverty is not black and white. When measuring poverty, we find that combining the capabilities approach and the MPI provides the best portrait because it recognizes that money is not the only indicator of poverty. Money is just a tool for individuals to purchase goods and services to satisfy their basic needs. For instance, someone might barely make it meets end by working two jobs and 80 hours a week. The MPI alone would not consider that person to be impoverished. However, the MPI cannot see that the individual lacks human dignity by missing out on affiliation and is stuck in a state of survival. Therefore, an approach that can accommodate a more comprehensive view of an individual's well being and account for differences between people is a better reflection of reality. Bodily health is a central capability. When measuring it, we could use data from the UHC Health Coverage Index, compiled by the World Health Organization, which considers universal healthcare coverage and essential healthcare services, such as vaccinations, affordable medicine, and annual checkups. An individual who lives in a country that scores low on the UHC index, for instance, Chad scores 29.4 out of 100 as of 2021, would be considered deprived of the bodily health capability. According to the MPI, 19.1% of Chad's MPI score was due to the population suffering from health or bodily health deprivation. Moreover, human beings are not machines. So we need time to relax and do recreational activities. Thus, play is one of the central capabilities. One way to measure this would be to take a simple random sample of all the individuals in a given area, seeking to find how many hours of free time one has, in addition to evaluating a country's labor laws. Individuals who face fewer hours of free time or laws implementing a more extended work week would be considered deprived of the play capability. MPI does not consider play, which is why combining MPI with capabilities is most effective, as capabilities cover the areas of poverty or deprivation that MPI does not. Furthermore, affiliation is the ability to form connections between people. Being socially isolated prevents one from feeling a sense of dignity and respect from their fellow human beings. The MPI's measurement of education and shelter gauges the opportunity one has to form connections. For example, a school building has many opportunity for friendships. The number of people in a household shows onlookers the present opportunities for affiliation. In conclusion, the multidimensional poverty index and the capabilities approach are great partners for measuring and addressing poverty in ways that respect dignity. However, two scholars disagree with our definition of poverty. Rector and Sheffield, research fellows for the Heritage Foundation, wrote an article about their views on the current state of poverty in America. They stated that families with amenities like air conditioning, refrigerators, cell phones, and other everyday goods should not be considered impoverished. They also argued that assistance from the government should be counted as income, and the people that the assistance is going to will not be considered impoverished anymore because of the resources they are receiving. Quote, those who are without food or homeless will find no comfort in the fact that their condition is relatively infrequent. Their distress is real and a serious concern. End quote. We disagree with the idea that one has to be homeless or starving to be considered impoverished because it lacks the understanding of the poor living situations a person could be in, even if their basic needs are satisfied. For instance, a household living below the poverty line might be able to rent an apartment with basic amenities, such as a refrigerator, oven, stove, microwave, and dishwasher, while simultaneously struggling to purchase nutritious food. At the beginning of our project, we gave ChatGPT, an artificial intelligence website, prompts about poverty to get a clear answer as to what AI stance was on poverty. The specific questions we asked were: how should we define and measure poverty? What do you think poverty is? What is the best measurement of poverty? And please come up with your measurement of poverty. AI responded to each prompt with nearly the same answer every time. It talked about different definitions, measurements, perspectives, and challenges, among other things. Although AI neither helped us nor gave us a direct or definitive answer to our questions, it is a great starting point for people needing direction when first learning about poverty. Thank you. We hope that you have enjoyed this video and have come away learning a significant amount about poverty.